Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 7 nailed the brief on design. It's thinner and lighter than its predecessor, and finally competitive with Chinese rivals on ergonomics and portability, a notable win given how aggressively brands like Vivo and Honor have pushed foldable hardware. After extended use, though, a few gaps keep it from true flagship dominance. Modest battery life, slow charging, auxiliary cameras that lag behind competitors, and durability that could be stronger. If Samsung wants the Galaxy Z Fold 8 to lead the foldable market in 2026, here's where it needs to raise the bar. Design and ergonomics. At just 4.2 millimeters when unfolded, the Galaxy Z Fold 7 ranks among the thinnest foldables you can buy. The improvement is obvious when you handle it next to the Galaxy Z Fold 6, and the larger 6.5-inch cover screen finally fixes the cramped typing and narrow app issues that dogged earlier models. The hinge feels refined, the hardware is mature, and the fit and finish are quintessential Samsung. For the Galaxy Z Fold 8, the goal should be comfort without sacrificing sleekness. Samsung tends to iterate on a familiar aesthetic each year, so a wholesale redesign is unlikely, but subtle changes would have an outsized impact. Beveled or softly contoured sides to reduce the boxy in-hand feel during long sessions slightly. Improved weight distribution to make one-handed use easier on the cover screen, more tactile. Grippy frame finish to minimize slips without adding bulk slimmer, more symmetrical bezels for a cleaner uniform look across both displays. Durability and IP rating. Samsung pioneered water resistance for foldables, but the Z Fold 7's IP48 rating is no longer class-leading. Rivals like the Magic V5 and Vivo X Fold 5 tout IP58 and IP59, while Google delivers IP68 with the Pixel 10 Pro Fold to reinforce confidence for everyday use. The Z Fold 8 should aim higher. Target IP58, IP59 at a minimum. IP68 would reset expectations for mainstream foldables better, thus sealing around the hinge to limit particulate ingress over time. Tougher ultra-thin glass, UTG, and a more durable protective film to resist micro scratches. Improved drop protection along the frame and corners without increasing thickness. Displays and crease management. The Z Fold lineup lives and dies by its screens. Samsung should build on the Z Fold 7's strong foundation with quality of life upgrades that matter daily. Brighter inner display for outdoor use with higher peak brightness and better HDR rendering. LTPO variable refresh on both panels with wider ranges for efficiency. For example, 1 to 120 Hz, higher frequency PWM dimming to reduce eye strain for sensitive users. Reduced crease visibility via updated hinge geometry and improved UTG layering. More responsive stylus support, ideally with lower latency and better palm rejection. A slightly wider cover aspect ratio remains welcome for typing and full sight browsing. Battery and charging. The biggest opportunity for the Z Fold 8 is endurance. The Z Fold 7's thinness arrives with a cost of 4,400 mAh battery, which is smaller than many compact slabs. With phones like the Vivo X200 carrying 5,300 mAh and foldables like the Magic V5 and X Fold 5 hitting 5,850 mAh and 6,000 mAh. The Z Fold 7's capacity feels limited, especially on days when the inner screen dominates. What the Z Fold 8 should deliver: at least a 5,000 mAh battery to comfortably support heavy multi-window use. Faster wired charging 66W or higher to match segment norms and reduce top-up times. Faster wireless charging and stronger reverse wireless output for accessories. Smarter thermal management to maintain charging speed without excessive heat. Power efficiency tuning that extends screen on time without throttling performance. Why it matters: the whole point of a foldable is the expansive inner display. That advantage fades if battery anxiety creeps in before dinner. cameras upgrading the Z Fold 7's main sensor to 200MP was the right move. It helps Samsung compete with Honor and Vivo on detail and dynamic range. The weak link remains the supporting lenses. The 12MP ultrawide is serviceable but trails. The best for edge sharpness and low light. The 10MP telephoto struggles for long-range clarity and nighttime zoom. The Z Fold 8 needs to close the gap. A higher resolution telephoto, ideally with longer optical reach, 5x or more, and improved OIS, brighter, sharper ultrawide with better edge correction and low light performance, consistent color signs and HDR across all lenses so photos look cohesive, video upgrades like 4K 6.0 on all cameras, cleaner stabilization, OIS plus EIS, and improved audio pickup, a better under-display camera with enhanced clarity for video calls without sacrificing screen quality performance. Thermals and storage. Samsung's foldables are workhorses for multitaskers, and the Z Fold 8 should lean into that identity. Next-gen flagship chipset with improved GPU efficiency and sustained performance, a larger vapor chamber and better heat spreading, for consistent power under load, 16GB RAM as the baseline. For heavy multi-window workflows, UFS 4.0 or newer. Storage with 512GB and 1TB. Options widely available on-device AI features that accelerate offline tasks like transcription and image editing software, and productivity are at their best when software matches the hardware. With One UI refining multitasking every year, the Z Fold 8 should double down on productivity, a smarter, more persistent taskbar with app pairs and tri-app layouts, a tap away, or powerful drag and drop between apps, and better clipboard syncs and enhanced flex mode with customizable controls for video, chat, and creation apps, wireless and wired decks with smoother scaling, better window management, and hotkeys cross-device continuity so tasks move seamlessly from phone to tablet, watch, and PC. Robust app optimization for the inner screen so fewer apps default to tablet letterbox audio. Haptics and small quality of life upgrades can make a premium device feel truly complete. Louder, fuller stereo speakers with better channel separation in landscape, a stronger linear haptic motor for more precise feedback across the UI, and games, AI noise reduction for clearer calls and video meetings. Even in noisy environments, multi-mic beamforming to isolate voices during recordings and streams, connectivity and extras as the foldable segment matures. Flagship connectivity becomes the baseline. Wi-Fi 7 and robust 5G. Performance with reliable handoffs and better power efficiency, dual ESIM support with flexible travel profiles. Faster, more accurate GPS for navigation, and FITN ESSUW for precise device finding and smart home interactions. Expanded satellite messaging would be a forward-looking safety addition if feasible. Pen and accessories. A foldable this capable should double as a creative studio and mobile workstation. Lower latency, S Pen support with finer pressure sensitivity and tilt detection. Stronger screen coating for stylish durability. Official cases that balance grip, stand functionality, and S Pen storage without bulk. A first-party compact charger that matches upgraded charging speeds in box or as a discounted bundle. Competitive landscape where Samsung must match or exceed Chinese OEMs have pushed boundaries on battery, charging, and camera versatility. To maintain leadership, the Z Fold 8 should catch up on charging, wattage, and battery capacity. Deliver a meaningful telephoto upgrade that competes with Periscope rivals. Elevate durability ratings to match IP58, IP59, and aim for IP68. To outdo Google, keep its ergonomic edge with comfort-focused refinements while staying thin. What to watch before launch while concrete. Z Fold 8 details are still sparse. Expectations point to a July 2026 reveal. The most telling leaks to watch for include battery capacity, and fast-charging wattage telephoto sensor specs, and optical zoom level IP, rating and hinge dust protection improvements, display brightness, PWM frequency, and crease minimization bezel, RAM storage and thermal system size 1 UI, multitasking enhancements tailored for the large inner screen bottom. Line Samsung got the fundamentals right with the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and ultra-thin, lighter chassis and a wider, more usable cover screen that finally makes everyday use feel natural. To turn a great foldable into the obvious choice in 2026, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 needs a larger battery, significantly faster charging, tougher ingress protection, and more capable ultra-wide and telephoto cameras, plus comfort-focused design tweaks and smarter productivity features. If Samsung checks those boxes while preserving its premium build and stellar displays, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 can set the standard for next-gen foldables.